afternoon to all my lovely ladies and gentlemen out there. Welcome this week to Kotatsu Corner. What is a Kotatsu, you may ask? It is a Japanese kind of table, with blankets all the way around the outsides, so that you can slip your feet under and be perfectly warm. Let's talk about friendship. We all know that people have friendships, and we're all people, and we all want them. And what do we do with them, though? And do they really work? And what if they're not working? That is what we're here to discuss. Friendship is a wonderful thing. Having friendships makes life rich. They take you out of depressed places and bring you into happy places. We're social animals, and we need our pack. Being a member of a group of some kind is something that everybody just sort of seems to need at a base level. But simultaneously, there can be problems. Sometimes your friends are not that nice to you. Sometimes your friends say hurtful things. Sometimes you wonder why your friends are even your friends. But let's just take a step back from that. Think about our friends as people. Just like you, they want to be happy. Just like you, they don't want to be unhappy. Also, just like you, they have stuff in there that makes them not so happy and makes it harder for them to get over to the happiness. Whatever is going to remind them of that, you will have a hard time predicting. But this is okay. There are things that we can do. There are things that we can avoid doing. Let's say one of your friends starts to act just a little bit strange, maybe not so nice, and you can't figure out why. Well, you could ask them. That's not a bad option. Just say, hey, why are you being a jerk? You might want to be slightly more delicate than that, but you get the idea. Communication. Let's say you're not in a place where you can do that. Maybe you and your friend aren't on that level yet. This is no reason to never get to that level. Even people that are unhappy need friends. Especially people that are unhappy need friends. So be there for them. People are three-dimensional. They're more than one moment. So don't write anyone off just because of one. And you'll end up missing out on really great friendships. And you won't even know it. What could have been? And say, okay, they're having a moment. They're having a moment. But we're gonna move on. Everybody comes from their own place, and they're all trying to get somewhere else. You're gonna want to be there for the journey. However, we also need to recognize when friendships aren't so good for us. You are not going to be a perfect match for everyone. But then, how do we determine where the line is between accepting people for their pasts and who they are, and needing to get away from people that are actually detracting from our lives? I think the answer to that is probably when they start changing you in ways you don't like. Let's say you've met a new friend that you really want to impress. That's fine. That's okay. By doing drugs. Not so okay. That's probably the easiest one to recognize. Illegal activities of any kind being a fundamental portion of your relationship with somebody, probably a red flag. But there are many situations in which it's harder to see what's going on. If you aren't normally a mean person, and in order to be friends with somebody, you have to be mean to other people, let's say that a friendship is equal to 1. Each individual friendship you have is just equal to 1. If in order to get 1, you have to say goodbye to 3, or more, or even just another 1, that's probably not okay. That's not necessarily your fault. Some people just make us want to be friends with them. Damn the costs. However, let's say you've made a lot of new friendships and had to say goodbye to friendships in order to get them. Still not okay. Even if you only had 3 before and now you have 10. Being in a friendship with somebody means being yourself around a group of people that like you. It does not mean changing yourself to be with people. We should always try to be patient and calm and accepting of everyone around us. But if people aren't calm, patient, and accepting of us... A final example of this concept. Friendships, when you get right down to it, are about happiness. If you think to yourself, am I more or less happy now that I know this person? If no, is it directly because I know this person that I am less happy? Not a good state of affairs, guys. So, what is the most important thing out of all of these things about friendship? I would say self-reliance. You need to be an independent person that functions inside a group of people. Not defined by your relationships, but happier because of your relationships. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that's enough for today. I will see you on Monday with my vlog, Day Moments. I will see you on Tuesday with You Can Tuesdays. And I will see you this time next week for another Kotatsu Corner. Until then, bye ladies and gentlemen. Meet fantastic people and realize that you are one of them. Ooh, that's not good.